From the moment Johnny got caught off guard,
now, I know that it isn't fair because I'm this little short woman and
Right.
you can't really, it can't be fulfilled because you can't come back at me with anything wonderful.
No.
Like, for instance, if I went,
to the nights he never stood a chance.
Can I ask you something without getting too intimate? How do you know after, we'd gone out a couple of times, right?
These are the female guests that Johnny Carson couldn't handle. By 1985, Loni Anderson had become one of TV's biggest draws, captivating audiences on WKRP in Cincinnati. Johnny opened with a compliment when she sat down, but she didn't let it land.
Thank you.
Don't you look pretty tonight?
Thank you very much.
You ever get tired of hearing that?
No, never.
How about whistles?
It's wonderful.
Now, some of the real chauvinistic or pro women would say men whistling at women is wrong and is
I
crude
think you
and
should
so
whistle
forth.
back, right, ladies? I mean, really.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Then she turned the tables and put Johnny in the scene.
You and I are friends, right?
Yeah.
And we could do a love scene together, and then all of a sudden that would all go away and disappear, the friendship, and we would actually, to the audience, appear as lovers.
What do you, I don't...
Well,
I
not like...
And Johnny played along. Maybe he shouldn't have.
Just something very simple, like, why don't you just, like, ask me out to dinner tonight or something?
In other words, if we were doing a scene?
Yes.
I think of my motivation. My motivation, of course, is I want to get through dinner and get you into my room.
Johnny made his move, but he never saw it coming.
I'd like to have dinner with you very much tonight.
Oh, I'd like that. As long as I can stay over for breakfast in bed.
If you enjoy these moments, then subscribe. We bring you moments like this every week. Loni had a plan. Our next guest didn't bring a moment, she brought a rumor. In 1981, Suzanne Pleshette had just wrapped 6 seasons as Emily Hartley, the role that made her a household name. Johnny thought he knew what to expect. He was wrong.
Well, you don't have to bring that up.
Well, I think it's wonderful. And, Johnny, there's something I think we should straighten out.
What's that?
There's a rumor going around that I slept with you for this part, and I scoff at this rumor.
Now, we must explain something.
I scoff.
Really?
I'm scoffing.
What she said next completely stopped
I
her.
just want to tell you, I did not sleep with Johnny for this part for 2 reasons. A, he didn't ask me.
Oh, come on.
And B, it's not that good a part.
Then she told him the hardest part of her job. It had nothing to do with acting.
One of the most difficult days for me was 8 hours of love scenes in bed with him. It was so tragic and so difficult. You know, we all talk about many of the injuries that we suffer as we do jobs. You know, I hurt my foot on hot stuff, and I got typhoid on Nevada Smith. I had severe whisker burns on this, but I never complained.
She even had a strategy for keeping the peace at home.
The first year of our marriage was very difficult.
While you were working, you mean making
Yeah,
pictures?
first year. But,
And then you realized that that is the business, and you're thrown into those situations?
Yeah.
That
And-
sounds like a sophomore question.
And
don't
I
mean it
do,
that way.
I do try and make sure that Tommy's part of it, so he spends time with the people, and then he has a relationship of his own, and then I run off with the guy.
You set him up.
When he
and
doesn't
run off.
expect it, right?
She had everything all figured out. With the next guest, Johnny was the one who slipped. In 1983, Teri Garr was fresh off of an Oscar nomination for Tootsie, one of Hollywood's most talked about performances that year. Johnny noticed something the moment she sat down. So did everybody else in the room.
But you're very chic.
Really? Oh, thank you. Very nice. Well, that's nice.
Thank
You
you.
can really see through that, can't you? I mean, it is a see-through blouse. Yeah.
Well, doesn't bother me.
He tried to walk it back. She didn't even flinch.
It's not... I shouldn't have said anything. I didn't mean to. I wouldn't do anything to embarrass you.
I'm not embarrassed.
It's very... It's very attractive.
Thank you.
Both of them.
The first person she told about her Oscar nomination wasn't who anybody expected.
Leonardo di Hollywood is doing my hair. And,
Leonardo?
yes. And I said, you know, I was nominated for an Academy Award about half an hour ago. He said, really? I said, yeah. And then I grabbed a hold of this curling iron, the hot end. And I went cry, screamed. You know, I really hurt myself.
You were trying to be real cool about it, right?
It was the first of the Oscar casualties in my life.
And then she made a point that Johnny couldn't quite argue with.
Emotion doesn't have any gender.
That's
that men can cry and women can cry,
But
and
we're
women can get mad. And
we're not brought up to cry, you see. That's the problem.
I know. And we're not brought up to be tough.
We would like to cry occasionally.
And we would like to be tough.
Yes, okay.
Our next guest came to the stage 4 years earlier with a list of advice from Burt Reynolds. By the end of the night, she had used every word of it. In 1979, the world still knew Sally Field as the Flying Nun, but no one knew she was on the verge of one of the biggest breakthroughs in Hollywood. That night, Johnny had no idea Burt Reynolds had been coaching her.
I was coming to see you for the first time, and and I know that you and Bert are very, very close. So
we
I
are.
talked to him, and I said, help me. I mean, I want to be just wonderful. I want Johnny just to love me to death and just say, come always to this show. So he said, okay, I'll help you out. I mean, we're close, and I'll give you a list of little do's and don'ts. So.
But Reynolds' advice only lasted about 30 seconds.
I shouldn't say that I've always thought you're probably the sexiest man to ever set foot on the old tube.
Well, I don't have to go that far.
And then came the next tip. Give Johnny a shot. And Sally didn't hold back.
I hate your suits. I mean, it's that I don't like plaids and stripes. I mean, I hate them.
This is a little stripe, but this is not any plaids or anything.
Yeah, it's, I hate it.
Oh.
She improvised Bert's final tip.
I mean, cute little woman.
Pixie-ish.
Pixie, and you would feel uncomfortable being this gentleman that you are, doing any of that physical kind of fun shtick stuff with me, you know? It just wouldn't work out. But
And Johnny never imagined that she would do this to him on live TV.
now I know that it isn't fair because I'm this little short woman, and you
Right.
can't really, it can't be fulfilled because you can't come back at me with anything wonderful. Like, for instance, if I went,
The last guest of the night didn't need any of that. She brought 20 years of knowing exactly who Johnny Carson was. By 1985, Dyan Cannon was one of Hollywood's most glamorous stars. Films, television, an Oscar nomination. That October, she arrived on Johnny's stage as a newlywed, and he wasn't quite sure how to handle it.
How are you? Gee, you look... I haven't even said hello.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hi, sure, sweetheart, now.
Johnny gave himself away in the first few seconds. She wasn't gonna let it go.
It's interesting because even your introduction to me was much cooler than it usually is, Johnny. Oh!
You know,
Didn't you think so?
I
Ed?
did, yes, very much
That could
so.
be true, just subconsciously knowing that you are no longer... touchable is not the right word.
Then Johnny asked one question he probably shouldn't have.
Can I ask you something without getting too intimate? How do you know after... I mean, we'd gone out a couple of times, right?
The harder he pushed, the less control he had.
Wait a minute. See, there's the difference right there. And I didn't see you running to the phone to call Mom and Dad.
And Dyan's answer left Johnny with nothing to say.
This fella.
That was different than you?
Yeah. Well, I don't think I want to know.
Oh,
Well, I
honey,
mean-
no, it's not like that.
Well, it must be
Johnny.
like something. I mean, what?
Well, he doesn't have a talk show.
Yeah.
He doesn't play the drums.
See?
I don't know, Johnny. It's just.
Johnny could handle almost anything live TV threw at him. These women were the exception. And that's exactly what made them unforgettable.